I'm the leader of the Henry Wong team. Relationships for us, personally as well, trumps everything. Every time when we talk to a person, whether it's an acquaintance, a buyer, a seller, a homeowner, we're trying to see how can we progress that relationship, how can we actually tighten it and reinforce that. You know, nothing happens unless trust is made, and that's my belief, and that's our core value. Hey Mo, how's it going? Look, just wanted to let you know, best of luck with the auction tomorrow at 20.
My working relationship with Henry, I have to say, we work as one team. Trust is very important, and what I've found is with his influences and with his leading by example, he actually contributes a lot to the team. And then the team look up to him as a leader. I have watched him grow from 2012 to now, and he has become one of the top 15 in one of the largest franchise group in Australia.
Yeah, look, from a marketing perspective, Henry does a lot different. Henry really embraces marketing and understands its value or its role in the chain of real estate value proposition. It's an absolutely critical part of selling, listing and selling real estate, as we know. But Henry really focuses on his social community. He has an extremely strong social media presence. I think personally I'm liking 3 or 4 of Henry Wong's posts a day. There's so much great content that Henry distributes to the community. It's of great value. You know, and this video in and of itself is a really classic example of the lengths that Henry goes to really promote himself, his brand, and how he can work with people. You know, it's just absolutely credible.
You can actually Google us, just type in Henry Wong. So saying that, we actually create a social following, and he's actually growing bigger and bigger. When we market a property, we don't just deal with active buyers, we deal with a lot of passive buyers that other agents have no access to. Why? Because they're not actively on the market, on the online portals, checking out every single week, which means you can't find them. So you need an agent that actually has established relationships with the passive buyers. And that is where, I guess, we really strive.
The customer who eventually purchased our property, he had a relationship with Henry. Happened over a couple of years. Henry, knowing that he was interested in the property, he had already been to an open house day and seen the property, that was enough for him to make an offer which was very satisfying for us. As I mentioned before, it exceeded our expectations, it really did.
Hey, so Henry here from Harcourts Beyond. You had a look at 34 Winthrop Street, Richard. Hey Colin, Henry here, how's it going? Hey Lynn, it's Henry here from Harcourts Beyond, how's it going?
One of the things that really stands out for me with Henry and his team is one, their clearance rate. You know, Henry's got a really high clearance rate. He's clearing 80% of his properties under the hammer, and since we've been running these virtual online auctions, he's actually clearing 100%, which is absolutely tremendous. I think, you know, what delivers those results is you know, his understanding of the process, the systems and the processes that they have in place, but also the relationships that they build with their buyers. You know, Henry has got the highest number of average registered bidders per auction out of any of the clients that I deal with. You know, I'm calling between 50 to 60 auctions a month, and you know, our average number of registered bidders per auction sits at about 2.4 average registered bidders. Henry's currently delivering an average of 8 registered bidders per auction, which again is absolutely tremendous, and that's why we see great results on the day.
We decided to go to auction, and in that time we had a lot of interest, and we had a meeting with Henry on the Friday night before the auction, and they had 7 registered bidders at that stage. And then the day of the auction, we spoke to Henry about probably 15 minutes before the auction started, and they had a total of 16 registered bidders, which was quite amazing. The whole team was amazing. They were so good to work with, and I would highly recommend him to anybody.
Congratulations, we'll get the ball rolling to you today. I want to show you the offers. This is everyone at Harcourts Beyond that is helping you.
I was trying to sell a block of land. Prior to even going to market, Henry had 3 written offers presented to us. We had a price in mind, but those 3 offers were far higher than what we were looking at selling at. The clients are just good people. Henry attracts good people, good clients. Yeah, he's just in a different league. head and shoulders above everyone else. Hence the reason, personally, I use him, I refer clients to him.
I can remember calling Henry and say we'd like to make an offer. He came all the way, I think he would have been at Wishart or somewhere. It was late afternoon, then went back to the sellers close to 9 o'clock at night. I think my wife and I were in our pajamas and delivered the news in person that we actually got their house. And I think we were just, yeah, beside ourselves. It was just exciting. That said a lot of things about that whole transaction. That stood out. We've bought a house before and nothing like that kind of interaction had happened. That's an agent that goes above and beyond, which is why I had no hesitation in recommending him to so many other people, friends, family. Yeah, I want someone they can trust.